Hey guys, this is the third video in the How to Puck series, and today we're going to be covering how to shoot like a pro. What I'm going to be showing here is the basics of how to shoot the puck. If you do want some training drills that can help you improve your shooting, go down to the timestamps in the description and that will bring you to them. But straight away, we just want to get into a practice, and you want to get into the idea of not hitting the puck like that. It's gone in, but as you can see, it flew about. It wasn't very accurate at all. Ideally, what you want to be doing is taking the puck, getting a nice bit of connection on it, and then quickly swooping it in. You're only flicking it rather than hitting it. It's a very big differentiation. As you can see, right here, when I hit the puck, it goes spinning all sorts of ways. If I put a similar amount of power, but I'm flicking it, it'll go up, but it will be a lot more accurate. Now, obviously, like everything in this game, everything is controlled by your mouse with a stick. And that controls how much power you want. So the slower you move your mouse, the more accurate you're likely to be, and the quicker, the less accurate you're likely to be. So here, I'll take a nice slow shot. Very easy to control. Realistically, you won't be beating many goalkeepers. But then here, I will take a nice powerful shot. It's gone nowhere near the goal, but that is the trade-off you make when you go for more power. Now, obviously, in a public game, there will be goalkeepers. So, from the first video where I showed you how to angle your stick, you want to angle it slightly. I don't like to angle it all the way, but it does end up being personal preference. But I like to just go for about 2 clicks down with your scroll wheel to bring the puck up and just chip it over the goalkeeper, as the goalkeepers obviously have leg pads. If you do want to practice with AI goalkeepers, there is a mod for that, and I will be making a tutorial on how to download mods for both private use and for use on a server, so make sure to check that out if you are interested. But yeah, if you are trying to attempt hook shots, like from a dangerous angle, like around back here, you can angle your stick down and you can just hook it in like that. Makes it a lot easier, because let's say that my stick was angled here, it just keeps it in that much better. But if I'm flat and I'm trying to spin it around backwards, see, it just doesn't stick nearly as well. So those are the basics. Ideally, you want to be getting your shots up in the air, ever so slightly though, just to get it over the goalkeeper's legs. As again, they have got leg pads, so just make sure you get the shot up. Make sure you get the right balance between power and accuracy. And let's get right into some drills. What you want to do straight away is jump right into a practice, take your puck and have it in between these 2 dots. You want to have them as close to central as you can get, but it's okay if it's a little bit off, as that'll help you learn to adjust your shooting. But you just want to practice getting the puck into the net each time in a nice straight line. In that last clip, I was using what I would call the outside of my stick. You now want to be able to use the inside of your stick to make those straight shots like this. After seeing those 2 drills, you're probably wondering what the difference between shooting with the outside and the inside of your stick is. And the way I see it, the outside of the stick I find to be able to get much quicker shots off, as you're going to be dribbling more with it this way. So I find it's great for getting on the floor shots that are quick, angled. They're a lot safer, easier to do. But when it comes to beating goalkeepers, a lot of the time there's going to be one. So I find the inside of the stick this way is a lot better at being able to angle and chip it over the goalkeeper's legs. An idea that would have gone in, but you could see that it's gone and chipped it more than just gone on a nice flat line. So just find what suits you best. Personally, I do prefer shooting with the inside, but when there's a good goalkeeper, a lot of the time I do find myself having to go with the outside and just chipping it over them. Another thing you do have to get used to is pushing the puck round defenders before the shot. So let's say there was a defender heading to me, they were on a bit of an angle there, so just tip it around them and finish it, just like that. You do want to just be able to practice different ways of hitting it. So, you know, you can just give it like a nice large tap and run up to it, regain possession, but that I tend to use more for passes. You want to be able to just get a nice light tap past, but not too light so that they can still reach it. So you just knock it away, because if they're coming towards you, you'll have the momentum to keep going forward. So again, just tap it round, tap it another way, tap it again, and then finish. Just like that. Of course, you don't always have to shoot. I know this is a shooting tutorial, but you can, in a way, let's see, you can bait the goalkeeper out there, and then you can just knock it. Oh, this is an awful example, but you could just come up, knock it round them, slot it in the back. Bit of a shot, but really, you're letting your dribbling do most of the work there. Another little shot that can catch quite a lot of people off guard. Let's say the keeper's moved out. Puck's just a bit too far. You can just use the tip of your puck. It is quite difficult, but you can, I'll show you now, use the front of the stick to just nudge the puck forward like that. It doesn't really work if the goalkeeper's in goal, but if they are trying to get back and you just need that little bit extra, you can just nudge it in just like that. Something key to practice for public lobbies, where a lot of people will be missing their shots, is being able to pick the puck up from behind, curving round, and slotting it in from both sides. I find it easier with the inside of my stick to do it, but it is possible to do it with the outside as well. Just like that. Shooting from range can be quite difficult, like from about this line. It is very difficult to get your shots off without getting them into the air or being off target. It is very difficult, but you have just got to remember that flicking rather than hitting motion, and you should see slowly but surely an improvement in your accuracy. But it is quite difficult to be 100% accurate from that range, especially if you've got to get air for the goalkeeper. Furthest I tend to be hitting it is from about inside these circles, really. In the final, like, 3/4 of it, so I wouldn't shoot from, like, back here. I would have to take it in just that bit closer before thinking of having that shot. Another really helpful drill can be getting your first time shots off. You just want to pass that ball into the wall, and then first time, pick it up, and you flick it in. You just want to do that on both sides, using the inside and the outside of your stick. But, yeah, getting those first time, just the passing into the wall, and then you pick it up and just shoot it first time. Very helpful, and a great indication to how well you're going to be shooting in a real game. Here we are. I've just hopped into my server to show how the goalkeeper, obviously this is an AI goalkeeper, but you see, you cannot get those shots on the floor off. So, as I showed earlier, you have to just rotate ever so slightly like this and flick it over just like that. But yeah, guys, that is about the entire video. That is everything that I have to offer about how to shoot in puck. Hope someone found it helpful. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask them down in the comments. I am more than happy to help. The next video in the series should be the passing guide, but I will be releasing videos on the best settings, how to install mods, and all the great stuff that this game has to offer. So make sure to check those out. And if you would consider it, leaving a like on the video and subscribing. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.